It's the power button. So here, start. The top, I polished the top because it was all scratched up. So I polished the top so there's a lot less scratches, so it doesn't look like complete crap. This is how you skip. The way it works is you skip the amount of songs you want. So it's not like numbered like a CD, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and you go to 3 or 4. You have to know the amount of songs you want to skip. So if you want to skip one song, you do 1. If you want to skip 2 songs, you hit 2. So when you want to skip, you just put it on 1 and give it a second. It'll automatically switch. It does if you look here, it has a light sensor next to the there's a light. This is a light sensor next to the needle, and that's what senses the dead wax between tracks. So if the tracks bleed together, it's not gonna know what song that the next song is there. And usually it does it like 95% of the time. You know, it'll be able to read the dead wax in between songs and skip. It does it like 95% of the time. You hit play. The one thing I was a little mistaken on is that it doesn't. You can't repeat songs. You can repeat the whole album though. So when you hit repeat, it's gonna repeat the whole album and not just one song. So usually if you want to, this is the cue. So if you want to like, so if suppose you just want to like skip ahead, use this. So you go Q, you lift up the needle, and then you hold this, and it'll move the needle over. Stop it, and then hit Q. Boom, and it'll play again. Q, move it around. Okay, there it goes. Go back, forward, back, Q. Alright. So then you could switch where you want to be. If you want to move forward or back in the song, that's how you do it. Stop. Automatically retracts. It has. I cleaned all this off. I've been using it, so it's gonna. I'll clean it before I send it and just make sure I get all my finger gunk, because I cleaned it all this off. This had all finger gunk on it. I cleaned it all off, and now from me using it, it's got little fingerprints. I'll clean it before I send it. The last thing. Hold up. Let me see. Taking it apart. I gotta take it apart. Alright, so here's the connectors. Just use the standard AV connectors, but you see that one to the right? It's a little hard to see. Right to the right of it. Right there. That's your ground. Right? This is your ground cable. This goes in here. And that's your ground. And then this is the original one is lost, so I had to make a new one. But it's just as good. You know, it's a new one, but it works just like the standard one. This goes in. That's your ground. Boom, you put this ground to your preamp or your receiver. And then use just standard AV cables, so you can use whatever you want with that. Alright. And that should be, here's a condition. Right. You change your speed over here. The LP speed, whether it's a long play or whatever, 45, blah blah. Shouldn't have to worry about that. All right. Everything else. That's basically it. Needle is fine. It's a Audio-Technica. I can't. It's too dark. It's Audio-Technica. It sounds great. I think it's a great needle. You know, it's a little bit. The needle I would say is a little bit on the smoother side. It's a smoother needle, not really super tingy. It's a nice smooth needle. You know, a nice standard needle that'll last you thousands of records. I won't even worry about it.